Bobby Vu can do a lot of things, but can he make a Raspberry Pi 4 killer? More importantly, can the Raspberry Pi killer run Killer Instinct? What's going on, ladies? This is your boy MikeOfAllTrades, coming at you today with a video about a package that I wasn't expecting to get, but I'm happy that I did. So, Bobby Vu, 2Dai4, you guys know the guys who did my panel back there, the one who's doing the Moss Neo stick giveaway for his Mugen stick and whatever else, right? Messages me Saturday. I'm on the way to the movies. He's like, bro, I sent you a package. I'm like, is it drugs? And he's like, no, just watch out for it, right? And so I get this package and I open it up, you know, whatever else, right? And I'm opening it and it's literally a freaking PC. I can't make this up. This dude Bobby Vu sent me an Optiplex. For those who don't know anything about Dell Optiplexes are one of those old like office computers that people use, you know what I mean, to run emulation and to do emulation well. They're cheap, they're affordable, but you can turn them into amazing things. I've always had this dream of taking a Dell Optiplex and putting it into my arcade 1-up. But I always was like, yeah, no, I don't want to mess it up and whatever else, right? And now Bobby's like, yo, here's this thing. So he sent the gimmick, he sent it with the keyboard and the mouse and the power cable and whatever else, right? You know, and so I plug it up. And I'm like, okay. And then it boots. And it boots in the Batocera. For those who don't know, Batocera is a front end, kind of like Launchbox or RetroPie or anything like that that you'd use. And when I tell y'all I turned this thing on, I was freaking mind blown. Legitimately mind blown. So don't take my word for it. Take past Mike's word for it. Okay, everybody. This is the build brought to you by Q. And, you know what I'm saying, being shown off by 2Dai4, you know, Bobby Vu. So this is it right here. This is what's inside the beast that I got right here, right? So there are lots of things you can do. There's a menu. You can hit the menu button, and you can skip to a new song if you really want to. Like let's see. Is it actually a thing? Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? You know what I mean? You can pull up the options, and you can go in here. It has Cody on it, so if you want to connect to the internet, you know, whatever else. There's game settings that you can mess with the cores and things of that nature. Pretty much, if you've messed with the Raspberry Pi, you can do all this. Plus, you know, control settings or whatever else, right? So what all comes inside the package? So it's separated by categories. You got 4-player, you know what I'm saying? There's a full games list, which the full games list that's on this build is 7,997 games. So 7,000 games, and this is the small build. This isn't like the big uber build out of the world, right? And then you got arcade stuff, you got favorites, you've got light gun, arcade vertical games, defaults, which I'm assuming those are like random other stuff, you know what I mean? And then 2600 band Presto games, which, yo, you see Sailor Moon, y'all see her. For those of y'all who don't know, y'all know I got a thing for Sailor Moon, right? Y'all know that, right? Yo, Capcom classics, you know what I'm saying, cave games, just all kinds of stuff on here, you know, CPS 1 and 2 Data East, you know. So the real question that everybody wants to know, does it run Killer Instinct? So I'm gonna answer that real fast right now. So for those who can see in the background, I do have Killer Instinct from Arcade 1-up, and it runs flawlessly. It does, right? And I'm pretty sure I just went past it. There it is. Killer Instinct. Now, don't let it's cool because these builds come with like little snapshots and teasers and whatever else. And it's really dope. So let's get to it, right? You know, and we can all watch the full build and things of that nature. You know what I mean? The full load up. It's just how I would see it, you know. You guys can hear that this is the arcade ROM. So like it's pretty exciting to just be like, hey, well, this is going on and whatever else, right? Let me insert some credits. All right, let's do it. So everybody knows I'm trash at KI1, but we'll do what we can. And for the most part, the buttons come mapped and whatever else, right? So So you got your this. Again, me, trash, but it's running. Yeah, getting my crap pushed in, but it's Killer Instinct, you know what I mean. But you guys can see, you don't see any stuttering, you don't hear any stuttering. Like it's really freaking good, you know what I mean? Really freaking good. Like it's dope, right? Put my name in that crap, you know what I mean? And then just like a Raspberry Pi, you didn't insert the coin and whatever else, you know what I mean? Should just started with Thunder. I mean, with freaking Saber Wolf, huh? But yeah, so it's running really good. Now, so this build that Bobby sent has 2 gigs of RAM in it, and so it could probably use a little bit more RAM, but it looks really good. And it adjusted to my ultra wide monitor. I'm running this on an ultra wide monitor for those who didn't see it. And then when you want to close a game, you hit the hotkey button and the coin button, and boom, you're back. You know what I'm saying? You're back where you want to be, right? So again, Mortal Kombat's and things of that nature. Does the build run Blitz? Because I figure we'll take the time and we'll answer all the questions that people are having. Like, oh well, will it run this or will it run that? We're gonna find out together. We're going to find out together if it runs NFL Blitz, because a lot of builds, including Pod 4.0, you know what I mean, like have problems running certain games. You know, if you have a 3B plus or whatever else, you know, it has a problem running freaking Blitz. So you can hear a little bit, but again, it's one of those things where it's like more RAM will help this. I'm not a cheesehead, you know, from Milwaukee, so and you guys can hear that. Ooh, good lord. Let's see if I remember any codes. All right, I remember super blitzing at least, right? But you know, for it to be running on, this is an i3, I think. It's an i3, 2 gigs of DDR2 RAM. Yeah, and again, and there's a low profile graphic card in here, right? But it sounds really glitchy and whatever else, you know. But we're gonna show the good and the bad. Yep, that's what I get. And it's a little sluggish. But the thing is, it's running. Again, with some more RAM, and I did order some more RAM, so in a future video, I'll show that with the RAM running and whatever else, right? But yes, it runs Killer Instinct. What else can it run? Well, let's take a look at what else is on here. So you've got Namco, Nintendo stuff, you know. Let's see. It's gonna run your MAME just fine. You know, this thing will handle anything MAME. Can it run Nintendo 64? Let's answer that. All right, let's see. Y'all know me. Let's get to some. Let's see. 2 of the most difficult games to run on the 64 were Perfect Dark and Donkey Kong 64. And since I don't want Nintendo all on my bumper, I'm saying let's load some Perfect Dark if we can find it. There it is. It's right there. I'm blind as hell. Right? And you can scroll up, you know what I mean? Once you set your hotkeys, you can scroll up, left bumper, right bumper, etc., right? You know. But for all intents and purposes, yo, this build is pretty banging. Like everything's on here. I even saw Sega Saturn on here. You know. So if you get your light gun, and it automatically detects the light gun. Now see the aspect ratio. I wonder if that's something we can change the bezels on or whatever else. And probably because the screen's cut off a little bit. But again, that's the bezel. That's not the game. Right? So, and look, it's upscale too. So it's not just 64, but it's upscale 64. You know what I mean? So for comparison, you know, y'all know I get busy with the 64. All right. So I'm using the stick. I'm not using the controller, which this is compatible with controller as well. But yeah. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, let's shoot some bots real quick. Let's just do a quick start. Yep. Let's do this. We're just gonna make sure that it's running whatever else, right? Okay. Oh, we don't have a gun yet. All right. But yeah, using a controller, this would probably be dope, right? You guys can hit a click coming, and now we got bullets. You know. Find this. I don't know my Z button. That's R. There's Z. Okay. All right. Let's go find somebody. But even with a stick, you know, like this is running extremely well. Up res 2, running extremely well. Where are all the bots at? I'm pretty sure I put bots on the map. Almost positive I put bots on the map. I don't think I did, but anyway, you know, this is just showing you guys like, hey, it runs in 64. So that's pretty dope too. Again, that's something you can play within the settings, and you can change the aspect ratio or remove the bezel and what else, right? So, Atomic Wave. You know, you've got your Atomic Wave stuff on here, right? So, Guilty Gear, yeah, buddy. The Guilty Gear X. Yo, King of Fighters 11, you know what I mean? Like, this is a, you know, and there's not a lot of Atomic Wave games on here, you know. There's only a couple because, let's be real, there weren't a lot of Atomic Wave games, you know. But you got your Atomic Wave, that'll run just fine. Sega Master System, Dreamcast. Oh, but Sega Saturn. Will it run Sega Saturn? Again, Sega Saturn is one of those systems that are nefarious for having difficulty being able to be emulated. So I'm trash at it, but let's try some Virtua Fighter 2, right? You know? And while you're watching all this, you got to remember, like, this is all done by Q, and the build's made free to the public. Bobby wanted me to make sure that I express that clearly. The link will be in the description to the video where you can go get the ROM. And for anybody who's watching this, remember, this is for educational purposes only. You know, I can't tell you where to get this stuff, you know, where else, right? But the video that'll be linked below will help you get to where you need to be. You know what I mean? So, Virtua Fighter 2. Again, Sega Saturn, one of the most difficult things to emulate. And if that's loud on my end, that's got to be blowing y'all speakers out. Let me turn it down a little bit. So let's use Jackie. So, yeah, man. But, again, this is running on 2 gigs of RAM. Again, I have 8 gigs coming. I'll do another video when it comes. But again, this is Virtua Fighter, and it's Sega Saturn. So with more RAM, I'm pretty sure that'll get cleared up. You know what I mean? But it's on here. You want to make sure with anything you have to have power to support it, right? But Dreamcast, that should run without an issue. So let's load up some Soul Calibur. You know what I mean? And it's just amazing, like what these cats are doing with these builds and what they're showing with the builds. You know. So literally pretty much every system's on here. Even PSP I think I saw on here. PS2's not on here because PS2 you do take some work to emulate. You know what I mean? If I were to run it on my PC right now, I'll show you guys. Creating Soul Calibur data file. But look, Dreamcast is running seamlessly.
Welcome back to the stage of history.
Let's get him Taki. It's been a while since I played some Soul Calibur 2, though. Well, look at it. It's flowing. I haven't played Soul Calibur in like forever, so you know, let's get free in here. Let's get it. And I'm sorry I'm not talking to y'all, but I just want you guys to see, like, hey. And yeah, Dreamcast. Dreamcast, y'all. It's great. So Dreamcast, yeah, Dreamcast works. And you've got Sega Naomi. So y'all know what you want to know. Can you take somebody for a ride? And just so we're clear, right? There's Street Fighter Alpha 3, you know, and whatnot, right? But check this out. And Alpha 3 is in CPS 2 or 3, right? And Project Justice, your Power Stones 1 and 2, you know, whatever else, right? Super Monkey Ball, Choco Baker, right? Gundam. Yo, they put Melty Blood on here, fam. They put Melty Blood. You know, that game that's going to be at EVO. They put Melty Blood on here. And I have not even clicked in it. But of course, let's take them for a ride for a little bit, right? You know. Like, I'm amazed by this build. I'm genuinely amazed by this build. I'm blown away that it's made it so that I can literally take this, you know, and we can do all kinds of stuff, you know, and it's free. That's the thing about it. It's free. It's not costing anything, yo. He's not asking for any cash or anything else like that, you know. And it's just for the public, man. It's for the people.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. New Age of Heroes.
Let's take him for a ride, y'all. Let's take him for a ride. Yeah. And I've been doing a little bit of stuff on here. Just a little bit. I'm not great at Marvel, too, because my people's not on here. But, you know, whatever. Let's, they're not here yet. Let's get to it. Now, the one thing I haven't figured out how to do yet is remap buttons inside of this. So my button layout's kind of wonky, whatever else, right? But this is the arcade ROM, you know. For those of y'all who are looking for Marvel's Capcom on arcade, one up. Know that y'all are about to be doing this kind of work to unlock everybody. All right, let's get it. Oops. Again, so the buttons are mapped wonky. God dang it. No DHC. I don't know why I didn't, but you know. Let's see. Can we swap like this? Yeah, I gotta reline these buttons up. That's all right. But you gotta see no stutters, no frame drops. Come here, boy. God dang it, missed it. Oh, come on. I'll try to bring the a-hole back in. Don't run up. Don't do that. Ah. Oh, shoot. He don't need to come in now. Oh no. Oh, that's all right. She messed that up. Because people like to see rocks, right? I missed. There we go. So yeah, you guys can see, yo, like it's great, and it's running awesomely. It is, yo, such an awesome build, man. Like I can't believe it's over, yo, and a kid like me is just happy, yo. But back to Future Mike, and there you go. This build is free to the public. I was told to stress that, free to the public, so you all can go pick it up. The link will be in the description for the video where you can go get the link. I know that sounds really convoluted, but believe me, it's worth it. It runs Sega Saturn, Sega Dreamcast, runs MAME, runs Nintendo 64 flawlessly. And y'all know how hard it is to run, freaking Sega Saturn games, just to emulate that. Now, mine came with 2 gigs of RAM. I have 8 gigs on the way, so I'll do an update video to this after I get the RAM in, and we can go run it through its paces some more. You know what I mean? But overall, literally, I was blown away. And you can use a controller or keyboard. I use this beautiful thing right here to test it out. Clanging and banging on the buttons, and just to be able to just load things in, remap your controller or your stick or whatever else, and then just have fun and play. Literally, that's what Bobby has provided for the community, So, I don't know if he's selling them. I didn't ask. I don't think he is. Although I'm going to have to hit him up because I want my kid to have one, because my son should probably have one. But the build's there, and you guys can download it and just run free with it, It's freaking amazing. It really is. It's rare that I get blown away by something, and I was blown away by this build. It literally takes a lot to shush me. You know what I mean? But yo, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Yo, if you like this video, make sure you like it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, as we make our way to 2K. Tell Bobby Vu, reach out to him on Facebook. Reach out to him on his channel, 2Dai4. 2Dai4Mods. Just type it in YouTube. It'll pop up right there. He does all kinds of stuff, between just doing baller freaking images and builds like this. He does do custom sticks. He's got a series going on with building a custom Killer Instinct cabinet. And hey, think about it like this. You get this build, you get that custom Killer Instinct video, the cabinet, and watch that series, you can build a KI. Think about that. Anyway, I'm MikeOfAllTrades. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. And I'll catch you on the next one. Later.